Oh, I think I got the beginnings of a herpes. Ow.
The herp.
Herp.
Herp-a-derp.
There's
Whoa!
you've left sound effect devices next to me. That's not a good idea.
Danger.
Will Robinson. Sorry.
Hey there, welcome to Motorcycles and Misfits, coming to you from the Recycle Garage in sunny Santa Cruz, California.
Tra-la-la.
Hey everyone, this is Liza, and I just need to upfront give a warning for the show. Not like last week's show, where we talked about porn and sex. In this show, we're all eating, thanks to Jim.
Hey.
We brought candy.
Hey there.
So if you hear a lot of smacking and sounds,
That would be a gummy taco. What did you get, Emma?
I got gummy pizza slice.
Gummy French fries. Woo
Gummy
woo.
French fries.
I'm down on the gummy fries right now. Sour gummy fries.
And Jim,
that's
as
off the-
brilliant as he is, picked
Yes.
the candy with the crinkliest strap.
Well, I didn't bring donuts this morning, so I had to make up for it.
Oh, by the way, those, what were they? Breakfast croissants you brought the other day?
Yeah, it was
Cronuts.
well, there were some cronuts in the mix, but I think you had a jalapeno
An egg.
egg croissant.
Those were great. Where'd you get those from?
Très bon. Farrell's, the original Farrell's on the west side, anyway.
So there's a shout out for a local business, Farrell's Bakery on the west side.
Well,
That was a damn good breakfast.
yeah, bakery might be a stretch, but
this conversation is really reminding me of Cleveland Meadow guys.
live to ride,
Yes.
ride to eat.
Bagel got that joke. Yes. No.
Are we digressing?
We'll go on. Yeah, we're digressing. Hey, everyone.
Well, you're the producer. Get this fucking shit
is
together.
Liza, and I will be herding the cats today. Wish me luck. In the hot seat tonight, it's Naked Jim.
Hey, what's happening? I'm the right hand dude tonight. I'm on your right. I'm within you know what punching distance.
You're in my usual seat.
I got to keep it
And
clean.
of course, I'm running the board because it's Stumpy John's anniversary.
Well
Is it
done.
really?
It is.
Well,
The
congrats.
Stumpies are doing an anniversary thing.
Okay, I wonder what
Is this
that-
a congratulations or my condolences?
Yes. Yeah.
They're still going strong. I think she said like 21. No, longer than that.
I can't believe
It's
you
been a
didn't come up with Stumpiversary.
while. Oh,
yes.
yes.
It is the stump.
And of course, the head lip smacker herself, it's Miss Emma.
Hello, darling.
What are you about to eat?
No, I have an E-fruity sour corn cob. I sincerely hope it's not corn cob flavor. So I have a suspicion. God, this is crinkly wrapper.
That's right.
Only the best.
Next time I'm bringing those little like bags of Doritos that are super crinkly.
Pure Michoacan plastic.
I would just bring AJ in a Harbor Freight tarp, and he would just destroy all the sound rolling around in it.
And if you have not yet recognized that familiar cackle, it's Z Traveler.
The familiar cackle. Hey, everyone.
So, no.
And we're already
It's always evil. I've practiced this.
and we've already talked about rolling up in the tarp. Didn't take long.
Now,
Oh my word! And in over by the open window, looking so fresh.
As a
Back from
daisy.
his long trip.
No, I did 2 months in Europe. I'm back for 2 weeks, and then we finished out the year with Portugal. I'm busy planning the next schedule. So yes, it's Cat McLeod.
Cat McLeod in the house.
Yes, the man who abuses his knee pucks,
That's horrible.
passport, and liver all around the globe.
Yes, well done. And then, of course, everybody's favorite scooterist, it's Bagel.
Greetings from somewhat cloudy Oregon. Oh, hey, look, the squirrel.
Another shout out.
So,
wasn't it?
how Bagel, how is the weather in Velveeta?
It was actually had some sun today, but it's been a mix. You know, some
Yes,
rain.
autumn is
some
on
clear.
the way, isn't it?
Yes, the leaves are changing colors, and it's very wet here.
Okay.
We're going to get more wet tomorrow, but then we'll get a break for a few days. It looks like maybe. So we'll see.
Velveeta.
Food trucks. I think of when I see Bagel.
No, seriously, where's it? Like
trucks.
Oregon?
Yeah, he's in Oregon.
Actual
Oregon.
town?
Yeah, according to us,
Yep.
it is.
Yep, just
Okay.
west of Eugene.
Oh, okay.
It's not.
I just came through that area. I got south before that cold snap last weekend.
It's called Venturi,
Oh, yeah.
I think. What's it really called again?
What is the
What's
actual
what I-
name of the place you live, Bagel?
Oh,
Ventana?
Veneta.
Something like that, yeah. What,
Smooth.
that's,
Although
velvety.
it is a wilderness.
I wanted to make
the
a...
home of the Oregon Country Fair.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, very good.
And a giant garage, which I am so envious. I have garage envy every time we see you. Quick update.
Thank you.
I don't know if you guys know, but I put our T-shirts on sale.
Oh.
And they've been blowing out, sold out of all the, the blue shirts with the Evil Knievel wheelie. They're all gone. Every size gone, and every size of the latest ones that are gray with the blue vintage racer only have XLs left, but they're on sale for $15. Grab them while you can, because once they're gone, they are all gone.
And I would like to stress these are beautiful quality T-shirts. They're
Thank you.
not cheapo Filipos.
No, but more so, I mean, whenever you go to a motorcycle event, you have to wear a motorcycle T-shirt. Everybody knows that.
I don't.
Yeah,
I wear my
I'm
scuba
wearing
shirt.
one.
Scuba.
Well,
What?
I carry one scuba shirt.
Jim's got one.
Yeah, I gotta show.
Cat's got one.
No,
Yeah.
I'm wearing scuba. Seriously.
Okay, you can
Dive her down.
Like, it's either this or I have my Bunker Biker HMFIC shirt.
You know how it is.
It's all gang
so it's
shit.
a perfect
It
shirt
is.
to wear.
It's gangster.
I like
shit.
Any
I,
event.
I one of my favorite things I saw someone post this year. They were at Isle of Man, and you know who I'm talking about, getting tattooed with an Isle of Man tattoo with their Motorcycles and Misfits shirt on.
Nicely
that was-
done.
Oh, Alfredo? Was
Yeah,
it? Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Do you know if my name was
what?
if my name was Alfredo?
Okay.
I think I'd change my last name to Sauce.
Because you're saucy like that.
No, it'd be Alfredo Sauce.
Actually, according to my partner in Italy, Enrico, what we consider Alfredo in the United States is actually referred to in Italy as the dinner of the cheating wife.
Really?
Yes, because the sauce is actually really easy to make.
Smells a little funny.
And it takes like no time to make it, but it's super delicious. So the
Shit, I didn't
concept
defrost
is
anything. Let's get
she's
this together.
She's been,
You're boffing
having an affair
with the next
and
door
then
neighbor.
quickly runs back and makes this fabulous meal for her husband because it's so fabulous, because it takes no time to make.
Because that's amore.
Continuing the topic of things not related to motorcycles.
Things not
Jim, I
motorcycles.
just tried to take a bite
What?
of the gummy taco, and I think I dislocated my jaw like when a snake unhinges to eat their prey, and I don't think it was supposed to do that.
The
Well, here-
sour gummy Coke was horrible.
What do you like? Well, what do you
All right,
expect?
all right.
It's not like I made
The fries
it.
were good.
Here's another taco. You put on the other
No,
side.
no,
Try
I'm
the
good.
other
I'm good.
side.
Wanted to give an update on the Africa Twin.
Yeah, you had a.
Oh, yeah.
You had a.
You had a pucker moment, didn't you?
There was a
a few
fucker
of us
moment.
did.
But first, I took it for a ride yesterday. Stumpy, both the Stumpies, Mrs. Stumpy and Stumpy John, we decided to go for a ride up north, up near your neck of the woods, Kat. We were going to go way up to Tamales Bay, right up the coast, but it was a pumpkin festival, so no going up the coast, too much traffic. So we went up inland, up the Bay Area, and I just Googled in oysters. And I came up with Point Richmond. There was an oyster house in Point Richmond.
Yes, there is. Wow.
Yeah, and so I'm like, all right, I found a place. We'll go there. And we went and rode Skyline Boulevard up through the Oaken Hills, all through Berkeley, all the way down into El Cerrito. And I had a nice ride. That's what the Africa Twin is really perfect for. When we were slabbing it on the freeway, I was like, I couldn't be happier than right now.
Oh, it's a comfortable place to be.
I
for sure.
I love slabbing,
especially with the Corbin seat
on a big bike.
Quite nice.
Just solid, happy. Did a good ride, and we went and got oysters. And never been to Point Richmond.
That's a better place to be. Yeah.
Have you been to Point Richmond?
Yeah, of course.
So-
I used to work out in Point Richmond.
Well, what we didn't know was there. I'm just following my maps for an oyster house. It was in the old Ford factory where they made Jeeps and tanks during the war.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But before that, Model Ts. And it's right next to, it was also the giant boat shipyard where they made the Liberty ships and the Victory ships during the war.
This is home of Rosie the Riveter, if you will.
And we discovered right next to the oyster restaurant was Rosie the Riveter National Landmark Museum thing.
That's one of those little known facts. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had a wonderful time. And I feel good that I got to take the Africa Twin out for a good ride. But I had somebody coming to look at it today who asked for a test ride. And, you know, it being a DCT, I asked the guy.
I saw you mansplaining for a while.
I did. Well, first thing, he showed up and I went, oh, thank God you're tall.
Yeah, you said that too. I'm like, why? You're trying to sell this bike, aren't you?
Well, don't get me wrong.
He was tall, though.
He's Asian, and I could see his Facebook profile as an Asian guy, and I'm like, uh-oh. But he was tall Asian, so we're good. Look, come on, you know what I'm talking
the judgy
about.
look going on over there.
You know what I'm talking
We're
about.
all
No
judging.
judgment.
No, we're
Jim is
all
very-
judging
that's
you
all
right now,
Just refraining
Liza.
from comment.
But he has never ridden a DCT and didn't really understand what DCT meant. He's just looking for a larger bike.
Yeah, it looked like he could
Africa
dunk.
Twin, right? And so I explained it to him, and he got his gear on. But he was wearing shorts and sneakers. But he put his helmet and gloves on.
Okay, that's
and
a
jacket.
good start.
I'm like, all right, good enough. And I explained to him how the DCT works, all the settings, this and that. I had him start the bike. I touched the drive button. When you're not revving it up, it still is neutral, but it's in drive. I said, it is now a loaded gun. Treat it as such. And he reached up with one hand to the throttle and blipped the throttle. And I'm like, no. Like, you have to have both hands on the bars. I just told you this is a loaded gun. This thing is ready to go.
No, it's like a scooter. It's a scooter.
But still, treat it as if, it's in gear. And so, okay. So, and I had pulled the bike out and I aimed it pointing out the driveway best as I could. I've learned.
We kind of aimed it at new guy's Ducati.
Well, since I had parked it there first, then, Nick had shown up and parked his Ducati Scrambler. Then Jim showed up in his 450 and parked kind of just with the tails.
What we
in
thought
line.
was out of the way.
Yeah, and so
How naive was that?
How foolish.
So he hit the throttle a little harder than you should, and he shot straight at their bikes.
Yikes.
So he swerved to the right, but the bike is still accelerating because you don't have a clutch. You can't stop it from accelerating. And he was heading towards the curb of in the turn of the exit. And he swerved, and then he was zigzagging towards the house that's alongside the driveway. And then he swerved and straightened it, and then came to a stop at the end of the driveway. And I think took a second to recover.
He turned around and said, "I'll take it."
No, he didn't.
No, okay.
And then he went and did a little test ride, and I was literally shaking from watching that.
I jumped out of the way.
I told them, like, get out of the way, as a joke.
Well, yeah, no help. You mansplained to him for like half an hour about everything about the bike, and then you launch him out. And before you turn him loose, you yell over like across the parking lot at me, "Jim, look out!"
See, all that proves is that mansplaining doesn't work.
It was
No matter how
Exactly.
much you do it or the tension behind it, people don't listen.
But you said something to me, Liza, that as much of a pucker moment as it was, he kind of did everything right.
Yeah, he recovered.
And
So
So-
he was obviously an experienced rider who just had never experienced an automatic launch.
Yeah,
It is kind of weird.
I was
He
literally
didn't- I wouldn't say he did everything right. I would
Well-
say he did not do everything wrong.
no. So
Yes.
yeah, I was
Well said,
literally
well
like just
said.
from the adrenaline, like, oh,
Right.
that was really close. I was like, dude, you almost bought 3 bikes. He came back and I said, hey man, that was a bit of a pucker moment. You need a towel or anything? And he's like, no, I'm good. I said, but I just want to say that you reacted right. You did everything right. You didn't seize up. You didn't grab brake. You just changed direction as you needed and kept control of the bike. Well done. You did a good job.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, cool, thanks. Yeah, he goes, well, I'll think about it. See ya.
His current bike's an SV650.
Yeah, he's ridden a bunch of bikes, but I think SV650.
The corn tastes like buttered corn. by the way.
Yeah, I know. It's not the greatest flavor.
So that was a bit of a pucker moment, but he did a good job.
What did he not like about the bike?
Well, I think
That noise. He did not like that noise.
That was
Yeah.
Emma crossing her legs.
Well, it was getting steamy in here, so I thought I needed to get the temperature down.
So the DCT is a harder sell. But Jim and I argue here, but I say for somebody who doesn't have a lot of dirt experience, that it could be a good intro to dirt riding because you can really just focus on balance and position and control and not worry about what gear you're in.
Very true.
You know,
Very true. And it works great.
Truth be told, it doesn't matter what you're talking about. Unfortunately, the reality is as motorcyclists, we do tend to be quite a reactionary bunch. And anytime something new comes along, whether it's DCT or automatic transmission in general, electric propulsion, just Nikons, GTS 1000s, anything that really pushes the envelope, our natural reaction is to run screaming from the room and then kind of peering around the corner and, ooh, that might be a good idea. And I, from an engineering standpoint, I think the DCT, every time I ride your bike or anything else with a DCT, I think this is amazing.
They work. What else? I've seen them on other odd seemingly bikes. What else do they put that on? The DCT?
The MC 700.
1100 Ravel Goldwing.
Yeah.
The Goldwing,
and it works like butter. It works
one.
quite well.
It works amazingly well. That said, it's not my bag, baby.
No.
Most people I know who pick one of those up, they're older and they have arthritis or something wrong with their wrists or hand
could
that
be.
it makes it something for them to continue being able to ride.
It's another way to do it, but it does it well. That's all.
Right.
I don't use the clutch at all on my Multistrada or on the S1000RR on the racetrack because once you've clutched out from first gear, it's a clutchless machine. But I'm not sure I'd want my bike shifting gears for me.
Right.
That kind of seems invasive to
Yeah.
me. It cramps my style a little bit. I get that the technology is incredible. Just call me a control freak.
I
You're
think
a
we're all
control
control
freak.
freaks.
Yeah.
But you can dial it in to act the way you want it, and it also has throttle. What do you call switches?
A paddle shifter?
Paddle shifters on the. so
Yeah,
you can
but
also
hang
override.
on. You see, I'm going to play devil's advocate with this because it may have 1,000 modes, but
A bitch ain't one.
But when you're riding a manual transmission bike, every scenario you come up to, every intersection, every traffic light, every corner is slightly different. And you can make the adjustments in your brain. If you've set up your Africa Twin for, say, sport riding, and it's launching a bit harder and changing a bit snappier than you, say, want for that corner, what you have to go through to get it into a mode where it'll behave well in that corner.
One press of your thumb.
Ooh.
One press of your thumb from sport to drive.
Well, here's where I think the big difference is with the DCT is the more tech. So it's a bitchin' touring bike. It's super capable on the street. I mean, it's very nimble for a big bike with a big front tire, but it's also a big ass dirt bike, right? It's a CRF 1000, right? So it's a big dirt bike, and I have one also, right? Mine's manual transmission. And if you ride it like a big dirt bike, it rides like a dirt bike. I mean, right? So where I would be curious to try yours, I'm not saying it's good or bad because I haven't experienced it because I've been super impressed with it so far. But I was up in, like French Meadows Reservoir. This is just west of Lake Tahoe up at 7,000 feet. And I stumbled on some Jeep tracks, right? And I was feeling good about my riding. I've been riding for a few days. And the Jeep stuff can be almost like trialsy, like very kind of challenging. And nothing was too hard, right? But it was very slow first geary stuff, like kind of stepping up things. And I'm not sure how the DCT would have been in that. So I think
I have an answer for you.
Yes.
Well, I would say if you're on the racetrack like Kat does, or if you're on some extreme terrain like you do, you're probably going to want that refined clutch control.
Yeah.
Yeah, simply said. There's pros and cons to it. But
Yeah.
there are other places where it's a pro.
That's where I would say if the bulk of your riding is fire roads and street and all that kind of stuff, the DCT is a great option to look at. The more technical of your dirt riding gets, the more I would be curious about how the DCT performs.
Well, even what I summarize is when we both first got ours and we went to Old Coast Highway, and there's a couple tight switchbacks while
there's
you're
a couple
going
places to
uphill
get your,
or downhill.
Get your heart rate going.
And we were riding together, and you're having to like blip, 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 blip the clutch and get around. And I just literally stood there and just
Yeah, it was like a steep uphill, a steep uphill hairpin that was kind of loose and rocky. and where I have to feather the clutch and like keep my eyes up and my balance out, and it's all the clutch stuff. Liza didn't have to worry about your clutch, and we don't when you're dirt biking and you don't have to worry about clutch control. Is it better or worse? I don't know.
Balance and direction. That was all I focused on.
You have a lot more mind.
So like fire trails.
You have a lot more mental. Your mind has a lot more freedom when you're not worried about the clutch.
Yeah, so I use that as an example. So for somebody he doesn't have dirt riding experience, I said this could be a great bike for you. It would be
good for him.
But also it's good for commuting and riding through the city, stuff like that. So
I'm reminded of a phrase that pops up a lot. It's ahead of its time. And you hear this a lot about cars, about bikes, about design. It's ahead of its time. And as a reminder, you were really hard pushed to find an electric bike with manual transmission. So
yeah, well, you're hard pressed to find any manual transmission cars now.
Right, exactly. So 20 years from now,
yeah, because the technology's there. These cars operate great.
Do you see the DCT in side by sides, or is that a different type of?
No, I mean, I don't have much to do with side by side. I'm sure if they have DCT, it's going to be similar to the Honda system.
Because you could pop.
I mean, the whole dual clutch transmission thing involves computer control of changing gears, and it works it by having two clutches to basically negate the use for you using your left hand.
I think Z nailed it. If you're old and have arthritis, I think it's the bike for you.
I also have another friend who got it because he wants to be able to wave at everyone very enthusiastically, and it frees a hand up.
And you can have a cup of coffee.
Yeah, but I do that on my Multistrada, but just because it's auto clutch, but it's not automatic transmission.
We never even got into the waving in UK thing.
Well, you can't do it.
You can't do it. You can't wave in the UK.
I do.
Well,
because you can't take your hand off the throttle to wave.
You're on the other side of the road.
I know I've ridden motorbikes in Scotland quite a bit, and I make the effort to wave, whether other people do or not.
So how they wave in the Alps in Germany? They just lift their two fingers off the handlebar. That's like the wave.
What we discovered is there's a head lilt.
It's a head nod.
It's a lilt. It's not even a nod. It's a lilt.
Yeah.
It's a lilt. There's a thing it does. Anyway, and another update, I wanted to give a big thanks to Josh and Brandon.
Josh.
Who helped me get the e-scooter fixed.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
No, you got the e-scooter going?
So you remember back in
Josh was balls deep in it like a week or two ago.
When I forgot the key and I decided to use a knife and try and hotwire it. That's when I learned don't try and hotwire an electric vehicle.
Because there was smoke, wasn't there?
No.
Yeah, and so I assumed it had toasted the controller, and I replaced the controller, and that didn't fix it.
How much was that controller?
$50.
Okay, it's not expensive.
But I was persistent. I wanted to figure this out. I thought this is a perfect example. Like, if you want to rebuild an engine, your first engine should be like a lawnmower, something really simple. And so I took this as a simple version of an electric vehicle that has the battery and a controller and a throttle and all the things. So they helped me kind of rule things out and best guess, and figured out that it was the throttle assembly, which we still don't understand how it works because it's not a throttle like on a motorcycle at all.
What's the rheostat?
Yeah, but we couldn't figure out exactly how the contacts worked, but we literally broke it in pieces so that we could see where all the wires went and what their function was. And I simply bought a $15 throttle off of Amazon for a e-bike.
That's amazing. Yeah.
And which had completely different wire colors, but because we had broken this thing apart, I could see, well, this is going up here, so that's probably the hot, and this is the okay, and these two are the control. All right, and I just twisted all the wires together, turned it on, and it worked. I'm like, holy shit!
Don't you love it when that happens?
Wow.
I can't believe you.
So then I properly
soldered
soldered everything and put it all back together, and now it works.
Ready for Laguna Seca?
Ready for Laguna Seca
next year.
Just remember the key this time. I actually took it for a ride down Washington Street, and everything was going very well. It's quite stable.
Didn't you learn about this when you were in Germany?
Yes. Yeah. No, it was quite stable. But I was wearing my lovely pink Malta hat, and I thought my hat was going to come off.
I like that hat.
I like that hat too. So I thought my hat was coming to come off. So I lifted my left hand off the handlebar to put my hat back on. And instantly the bike's trying to kill me. Just within a millisecond, it tried to dash me to the pavement. And it was only by my sheer fortitude in my right arm. I mean, it's absolutely lethal.
The grace of God.
And I did learn this lesson in Munich. And no, I wrecked that e-scooter on the last day.
Right. Your low side of the thing.
Yeah, just... Oh,
How do you low side a scooter? I mean,
I think she had a high-speed wall.
barrel racing. Okay.
No, I low-sided it and I had to sit in the grass and have a little cry. And you know what hurt the most? There was men sitting outside the bar and they were laughing.
Your ego.
They were laughing at me.
Well,
It hurt a lot.
That was deserved. Hey, I wanted to get real quick to Z.
Hi.
It's been a while since we've seen you.
yeah, where did you come from?
For our British friends,
So
that
when
is-
a man and a woman do this thing, that's where I popped out of.
And you bury a goat skull in the ground.
So
and- okay,
she rode up on the old trusty DR 350.
that's rad. Oh my God! I can't-
85,000 miles.
It's
If
not
that
supposed
bike
to
could
do
tell
that.
stories, that's amazing.
The bike is the most abused bike on the planet. Just ask
A
it.
kickstart only DR 350.
Yeah.
Good God!
And you love that
85,000.
thing.
The
How,
bike's
My
in
soul
therapy
bike.
for
Yeah.
years, describing all the abuse.
It's the
taken.
bike that no matter what it does to me, I love it so much I'll keep fixing
That's a
it.
bike to love.
Wow.
I have 2 parts bikes that I bought just to keep this thing running.
So where have you been
Nice.
since we last saw you? I follow you on social media, so
I haven't been here since 2019. Yeah.
what?
Wow.
No.
Yeah, that's the last time I was
No.
here. I'm pretty sure.
well,
You don't look like you've
Maybe.
aged at all. You look
I saw
exactly
you at
the same.
WEMA rally a year ago.
But I haven't been to the
Yeah, I know.
garage since-
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, there was a time when Z was quite the regular here. Do you not remember, Liza?
Yeah.
Has done like a dozen shows.
So, list off all the places you've been.
You know, since then, I've drank a lot since then. I can say this year I've been from Panama to Alaska.
There
So
you
I
go.
started
Well,
out in Tennessee and I went down
you
to
go.
Panama. I was there in February.
Good gosh!
And then I came back up to Tennessee and fixed my bike some more and then went to Alaska. And now I'm heading back to Tennessee again to fix my bike again.
And you go between your Versus and the DR?
Yeah, so like if I'm doing something off-roady or adventure-y and it's the I'm living my life, that's where I'm on the 350. If I'm out doing work, which is like going to events and doing presentations and stuff, I'd be on the Versus. Because that bike will get me there.
Well, and I wanted to talk about that because you've been working very hard on a project, well, multiple projects, really.
All the projects.
But it's all your work has come to fruition. You wrote a book.
I did. I wrote
Dude,
a
you're
book.
an author. Authoress. What is it? What do we call it?
Author,
Author.
Pretty sure author is gender neutral.
laureate.
There
We
you
call her a laureate,
Yeah.
Can I be mistress author? Author mistress? I
a
don't know.
mistress.
I think you get paid
You wrote a
by the
book.
hour for
So-
that.
I did.
Emma, you like that kind of the bad porn, don't you?
Oh, I love bad porn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
no,
is
I
it
live-
bad erotica?
I try. No, I
Yes.
I try and live my life based on bad erotica.
That explains a lot.
That must make ordering pizza really interesting.
It does. The pizza guy actually is terrified coming to my house.
Her toilet doesn't work regularly. Probably weekly.
So what is your book called?
It's called Motorcycle Vagabond Epiphanies. So
Oh.
it's about 55,000 words, 197 pretty pictures that I've taken.
Awesome.
I did almost the entire thing besides proofreaders. I have a new order of books coming in to my product manager guy. He just helps me ship stuff. So he's getting an order of 50, but you can buy it as an ebook anytime on my website, ztraveler.com. And so hopefully I'll have some of those at the events I'll be at next year. And I'm hoping to write another one this winter that will be about Panama to Alaska. But I just got the cover. I don't even have a title for it yet.
Well, and for people who aren't familiar with you, I know you've been around a lot, but you are a motorcycle vagabond. You don't have a home.
Yes. So I'm 7 years on the road, and this book is
Yeah.
tailored to people who want to live on their bikes. There's some good advice for
that's awesome.
traveling and camping, like motorcycle camping and stuff. And AJ calls it a poorly disguised philosophy book. It's actually just how to be a better person, but I tailored it as how to be a better motorcycle traveler.
Well, it's a way of life.
It is. Teaching people, how to be gracious to the people around the world who will take you in and help you when you break down. Because if you live on the bike, you're always at home, but you're never with your amenities. So you need to like be able to do these things, and you need to understand how you're going to change as a person. So I talk a lot about that. I talk about being a famous writer and how that just sucks balls, really. Like I really like I go into it. Everyone thinks it's so great to be this sponsored writer and do all this cool shit, and it's like you don't understand the other side of the coin. Everyone's talking shit about you constantly, and then if you're sponsored, especially, you've got bosses down your throat about content. You know when it's coming up, what it is.
It's work. It's a job. You put in work, and yeah, you did it. You got a book published, but it's just your first, right?
Yeah, and I self-published it, so I just print them and sell them myself. But
the big question is, how are sales going?
I wanted to sell 100. That was my metric of success. I've sold 150.
Oh, great.
So I got another 50 coming in.
Congratulations.
And I should be able to get quite a few sold next year as I go around and do presentations about what I do on the road.
And I'm always seeing your posts where you're dealing with some sort of issue on the road. It's like something's broke and I'm in a campground, and now like you rely on people to help you all the time. You figure it out. You get the help. You get to where you need to go, which is amazing. I mean, you've created a network, which makes sense because you've also created a network through Bunkabiker. How many countries is this in now?
Bunkabiker has 3,400 hosts in 58 countries with about 50,000 members.
Yeah.
Get out.
I can't really count the numbers all the way because you don't have to be on Facebook for it. But if you were to take all the Facebook group numbers together and then just like add 5,000, it's probably 50 to 55,000.
How do you find it?
Bunkabiker.com or Bunkabiker on Facebook. If you type it in, there's a bunch of groups.
I am going to circle back to your book just for a moment.
Well, hold on. Bunkabiker, for those who don't know,
yes, is
it's basically a host and a I need a place to stay matching site, right?
Pretty much. It's free.
Yeah. Bikers on the road who need a place, a room, a bed, a camper, a tent,
yard space.
space.
And even people who can't host. So if you have a trailer or you have tools, you can come help someone, or you just want to meet up for coffee or tell them all about the local stuff. You can be a pin on the map for that too.
It's really a network supporting vagabonds and travelers.
And it's vetted, isn't it? So it's safe for the person who's traveling. Generally, it's safe.
Oh, Z don't mess around. She will shut it down.
It's actually not vetted. So I tell everyone it's kind of on you. If you don't feel comfortable with the host or guest you're speaking to, you should tell them no.
Okay.
So I kind of put it on everyone else, but if, that doesn't work out and someone does something crappy, I ask for screenshots and I investigate it. I get both sides of the story. And if I find out you were less than admirable in your behavior, you will be blasted. And a lot of people take it very seriously if you get banned from Bunkabiker because my list is very short. And what the hell did you get banned from this community? It's a beautiful community bringing people together and helping bikers. What did you fucking do?
So there you go, Bunkabiker. Emma, you had a question.
Yeah, no, I was going to circle back to your book because gift-giving season is coming. So your book, is it adult content? So could I gift it to my mum? Could I gift it to a teenager?
Yeah, there's a few cuss words in it, but it's mostly PG.
You cuss.
I do cuss.
Right.
But it's actually remarkably professional. Everyone has told me I tell it and like I'm telling a story. They really like the pictures. I do some cool graphics in there. But it's for anyone who is interested in hearing what it's like to be someone who's been on their bike for 7 years. This is like the first book I would say is starting someone on their first year on the road. All the advice I could give you that I wouldn't ever have time to do in person.
Because, to me, that's incredibly interesting content. As somebody, I am quite timid when it comes to traveling, which may surprise a lot of people because, the things I do with Kat and because I'm going to Vietnam. But what you do is so beyond what would be comfortable for me. I think it'd be incredibly interesting reading your book. And I would love to be able to gift it to somebody. So I'm guessing, what is the name of the book again?
Motorcycle Vagabond Epiphanies, which comes off like my brand name at this point. Because my first Facebook group, 6 months into being a vagabond, I started Minimalist Motorcycle Vagabonds on Facebook. And so Motorcycle Vagabond's been my thing. I've got the rally. I did my 4th year this year. My 5th year will be next year. I got this book.
Is it on Amazon? How do people buy it?
ztraveler.com. And you can just find Motorcycle Vagabond Epiphanies at the tab at the top.
Okay.
And
so I'll give you an ebook copy if you talk about it on the show when you read it.
And have you met AJ, her travel partner?
Oh, yeah.
So you remember that
AJ's a good egg.
old Harley he was riding?
Yes.
Did you hear what happened to it?
No.
He's not riding it anymore.
Oh, he got T-boned?
Oh no!
A very slow speed T-bone, and of course it was a small town, so he got called at fault. But his Harley had 173,000 miles on it, and they hit the. Wow. He was turning left, and they hit him, so on the right side, and just blew up the saddlebag again. And the rear swing arm and everything back there needed to be replaced, and because it had so many miles on it, they didn't want to fix it. It was like, I think they had like 50 hours of labor just to get that fixed. And Harley's like, yeah, you get anything over 25, and it gets totaled. So he got totaled, and he's got a 2023 Yamaha Tenere 700.
Okay.
And he bought it from. It took me calling 20 dealerships to get this lined up. We went to South Carolina to get it, and then we went to Alaska. It's already got 25,000 miles on it.
Wow.
Is this the 2023?
Yes.
Okay, so
how's
he's
it
got the
running?
one with the updated suspension, so it's better now.
I didn't know that it had updated suspension.
The
We just
suspension
got the
was
first,
the key issue before that. So
So
Yeah.
it's being
Good.
road
You got
tested.
the-
I
how's
thought
the
you'd
good
find that
stuff?
What's
interesting.
the how are the reviews?
It's a big change for him. Like, he was a cruiser guy before this, and this is an entirely different thing. Like he said, he tells a story. He's used to fly-by-wire on a Harley. You can downshift twice, but the bike will do what it needs to do, despite what you do to it. The Tenere does exactly what you tell it to do. So he double dropped the gears and almost threw himself off of it pretty early into having it. And he's like, oh, it does exactly what I asked for. It's very, like, it doesn't have all the nanny controls on it and stuff. And so he kind of learned that the hard way.
Well, as you know, the fun begins where the pavement ends a lot of the time.
So he's
Right,
learning
so-
that. We did, like, the Denali Highway in Alaska. We did Chicken. We went up to the Arctic Circle sign on the Dalton. You know, he still says that he's not a huge off-road rider. And we both complain about the same type of, like, hard pack with rocks on top that feel like marbles. But he's getting a lot more comfortable. He likes having the ability to do these roads because, like, he's got 440,000 miles on cruisers across the U.S. Mostly, I mean, he's gone to Alaska a couple times on the Harley and the Victory. But 440,000 miles, they say there's 1 million miles of pavement in the U.S., but not all that's worth riding.
Yeah.
So it just, like, he needs more options. I mean, he came down to see me in Mexico on the Harley and could not find parts. I can tell you all kinds of crazy stories, like $750 for a $250 tire in Mexico because they come up here to buy them and bring them down. Because if you buy one there, they blow on the big bikes because they don't have them. He couldn't even find an oil filter in Cancun where you think that there would be, expats riding Harleys. No, it's all like the street 500s, the street 750s, what's the Sportster, stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's the only Harleys you'll see down there if you see them.
Wow.
Wow.
And they shut
Big
down most of
change.
the Harleys down there too. They're all t-shirt shops unless it's in Guadalajara, Mexico City, or Monterey.
So what would you say was more difficult, riding up to Alaska, doing the whole Dalton Highway, or going down through some of the Central America countries?
Difficult how?
Well, there's challenges on either way. Which one was more challenging?
Probably Central America, because I know that if I were to mess up, while you're really remote in Alaska when you mess up, at least I can speak the language and I have connections. Down in like Honduras and Guatemala and Nicaragua, the roads are horrible. I don't speak the language. Like, you can't trust the cops.
Right.
And they don't warn you for anything down there. It's very much good luck. So, like, I'm pretty good at riding like that, but it's always that extra hyper awareness. And the street dogs, like, I actually got hit by a street dog in Honduras.
Dogs, no joke. Dogs,
They are no joke. I almost went down. It came at my front wheel and caused me to wobble real bad, and I was able to keep it, but it broke my speedo cable, so I had to manually track for the rest of the trip down to Panama and back up. That was not very fun, but the dogs was a big thing. I didn't see hardly any wildlife down there besides dogs. And I guess you can't really say that's wildlife, but they're stupid.
Depends on the dog.
Street dogs are just dumb.
Where are you going next?
We're going to be heading out. So I'm off the road for the next couple months. Got to repair both the Versus and the 350 for the next couple of years. We're going to fly to India. We're going to do 5-ish weeks in India, 5-ish weeks in Thailand / Cambodia, Laos, maybe Myanmar or Vietnam if the bike rental will let us take them to that many countries. And then we're going to do 2 weeks in Java in between those two. So about 12 weeks in Eastern,
Nice.
and in Southeast Asia.
So I might just run into you in Pakistan one day. I wouldn't be surprised, would I?
Maybe. Unfortunately,
it's a small
those
country.
yeah. And you kind of can't get to it from the other ones of countries I'm willing to go through right now.
You can get to it from India.
Oh, can you?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe.
You can get to it from China.
Not going to
Get
China.
to it from Iran.
Not going there either. Not yet.
A bunch of stands.
After
They're
that
all
one,
connected.
After that one, we're going to be doing like South Africa or South America, but we're doing the flying thing.
You're really exploring. You're just going to keep rolling all over the world.
Trying to. I'm not a round the world traveler though. That's something I explained in the book.
I got news for you.
I'm not, and I'll tell you why. So I live on my motorcycle, and to make it affordable, I have to stay in this country most of the time because like everyone's like, oh, these countries are so cheap. They're really not.
Yeah, but you need more content to write for books.
I still have like 5 books like preloaded. Everyone wants to hear my story about getting on the road. I'm going to write. Oh, here's this. The title for my 350 book. I'm going to write about all the things I've done to my 350. I'm going to call it My DR 350 and Butt Stuff. Why I'm anal about maintenance. So like all the things I've messed up, like grounding out the stator.
I think Suzuki
shorten it
would
to
like
butt
it.
stuff. Butt stuff.
Yes.
Why are you looking at me, Emma?
No.
Oh, she's making heavy eye contact.
Butt stuff.
Emma, speaking of butt stuff, you got a candy under your
I hit
ass.
you with a Coca-Cola.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Oh, lucky me.
Because Z
So-
liked him so much.
Z, and you're just here for a day, and then you're heading off again.
Yeah, staying down with a friend in Marina tonight and then heading back to Tennessee because
I
my
saw that-
transmission is fucked
I
up.
saw that Marina had a, what's it called?
A pin.
Yeah, it had a pin.
Yeah, so he's a blue pin because his wife does not trust people, but because we have met multiple times and we're friends, he pushed the envelope to allow us to stay in his camper.
So we're
hoping to sway
actually-
his wife while we're there.
Yeah.
Change her mind.
We're actually going to ride home together.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, it'd be a nice ride back.
Great.
Nice. So for people who want to follow you, best way to do so is...
Facebook. So I'm on Z Traveler on Facebook, ZEE space Traveler 1L. You can find me on ztraveler.com, but the website's kind of messed up right now because I've had to move it. And then I run Bunk a Biker. You'll see my work there as an admin. Next year, keep an eye out on my Facebook. I should be doing 5 or 6 presentations about the stuff I know about.
And
stuff.
I really encourage people to have a look at Z's stuff. It really is worthwhile content. And, I hate to say it, I think Z's living the life that...
Legit.
It's
fully legit.
I'm definitely jealous of it. I wish I was a little bit braver and I could live a life like that.
Yeah, that takes the courage is crazy. Because I remember, what was it, 5 years ago? Like 5 years ago, you came through. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
You've been doing it the whole time.
And so let's see if we can sell some of those books as well, because that'd be really interesting read. For somebody who likes bikes, is maybe just starting out.
I think it
what
would be worth
like?
it for the packing list alone.
Oh, absolutely.
So the chapter that's about gear, it says it's not a packing list. Because there's no packing list I can give you that's
It's a
going to be
garbage bag.
successful.
Well, of course, because it varies from different locations and different bikes, but still, there are certain items that...
I talk about how you should start figuring it out for yourself, like how to build your own toolkit.
Yeah.
Well, and you were able to get something out of our gear room today.
I did. There was a full rain suit in there that would fit AJ.
There you go.
Oh, that's great.
So we're going to take it to India.
Another happy customer. Some free stuff. Well, I love it that you just know you can just drop in, just show up anytime. Don't
it's
call
more-
ahead, just show up.
It's always more.
Like, hey, see,
It's always more interesting when you yell surprise.
it's been years, and it's like, it's just like nothing has changed. That's pretty cool. And then, Kat,
Yeah.
it's been a while since I've seen you.
I think I last saw you in the hotel lobby at Woking.
Exactly.
But nevertheless, another guest who is always welcome in Misfits.
Cheers.
You've done a lot of stuff since I last saw you.
Yeah, we did the we call it the Italian Dream. This is Rome through Tuscany to Mugello, and we entertained a coach from Yamaha Champions Riding School, who's also a professional racer, Isaiah Davis, who's a brilliant rider, but still kind of a kid. And he was he was a bit of management, but he's become a really good coach as well. We tried out a new route from Siena to Volterra and tore it up with my passengers. Also, my Italian partners are under orders to try to find us just the right town for a Motorcycles and Misfits training tour, so you guys can come explore Tuscany.
Oh, fantastic.
But I want just the right town. It's got a couple of restaurants. It's got a decent-sized hotel. It's not too big. It's got a gas station.
Yeah.
Nice place.
Better yet, does it have a scooter for Bagel?
Bagel will have to get his scooter in Rome. Sorry.
I keep trying, Bagel.
Okay.
I'm persistent.
I can ride from there.
That's
Hey,
where
there
the
you
scooters are
go.
at. They're in Rome. There's tons of scooters available.
Ooh,
But-
Bagel. Maybe we can get you on that tour.
I
Well,
can do that.
I want to catch up and hear more because I know you've done a lot of stuff, and award-winning Mike was with you.
Yeah.
But first,
Yes.
I want to get to a game that we set up
Ooh, game time.
for you. Are you ready?
Okay.
It's back by popular demand. It's the dating game. This week we have an eligible bachelor, Cat McLeod. And he's looking for love in all the wrong places.
He's looking concerned at the moment.
We've got 3 eligible fillies for him to choose from. Will it be number 1, number 2, or number 3? Only time will tell. Are you ready to play the dating game, Cat?
Yes, I am, and I'm almost concerned I'm going to get too filthy with this one. But you know what? I have to remember this is the Motorcycles and Misfits podcast, and you guys don't care.
Is there such thing as too filthy here?
No.
Okay, so let's have our eligible fillies introduce themselves.
Hi, I come in a variety of colors, and I want to take you for a ride.
Wow. Number 2, introduce yourself.
Yeah, that's you.
I have no idea how to say hi, apparently.
She's a tad shy. It's okay.
I am a little shy. I can be a little hard starting, but once you get me going, I like to go for all the adventures.
Oh,
All right.
gosh. And number 3, introduce yourself to our eligible bachelor.
Hello, I am large, I am long, and I like to cruise all day long.
Oh, and big surprise, we've got a late entrant. Number 4, introduce yourself to our eligible bachelor.
Oh, if you're able to kick me over, son, we're going to go all night long, but you better wear your boots.
My God.
Ooh.
Okay. Do you have a question?
Yeah. Am I supposed to ask a question for all of them or just one?
No, you can. Let's hear your question,
Okay, I
and then
think
you tell
the-
me who you want to direct it to.
Well, it really, I guess, whoever would want to answer this one really is. Do you like them slick? Do you like them grooved, or do you like them knobby?
Oh my God! I think I'm going to have to excuse myself from the room. Number 1.
Well, I like to go out in all weather, but I prefer the tarmac terrain. So a little bit of groove gets my groove on.
Number 2.
I'm knobby and naughty. We'll go wherever you want to go.
The knobbiest. And number 3. How do you respond?
I am up for any kind of riding pretty much, so I'm going to go for the grooved.
Oh, you look groovy from here, honey. And number 4.
When you stroke me twice, my knobbies are going to scream across the motocross track.
Okay, eligible bachelor. Do you have another question?
Yeah. Okay. Let's keep it. Okay. You're the language that you speak, the language of love. What is it? Is it German? Is it Japanese? Is it English? Where do you find your passions when you speak about riding?
What a question. Number 1.
Hi.
Hi.
That is my answer.
Number 2.
She stole my answer.
No. Number 3.
This is an interesting question. I speak German.
Achtung.
I speak a little Japanese. A little
Hi.
English,
Ooh. Exotic.
even a little French, maybe.
Zut alors et sacre bleu.
Other European languages as well. I'm a little bit of a mix.
Wow, very exotic. Number 4.
Domo arigato gozaimashita. Nanda yo.
Okay, now, eligible bachelor, make this one count because this is your final question.
Final question.
Yes.
All right. How fast can you take me?
Number 1.
Well, I'll tell you, with my 6-speed constant mesh transmission
Meshy.
and my
Mushy. Mushy.
It's
Like
constant,
wet cardboard.
constant mesh undergarments.
and my lubrication system wet sump.
Ah!
Because he got all the wet sump.
I can take you all the way. In fact, I have a range of about 180 miles, so we can go all the way.
Wow. Number 2. How far can you take our eligible bachelor?
With my 951 compression and 6-speed, the massive 30 horsepower, we can go about 150 miles before we got to take a break. But as soon as you fuel me back up, I'm ready to go again.
Number 3. Are you ready to go the distance with our eligible bachelor?
Well, with my 1900cc engine, you would think I might not get that far, but I'm very efficient. And with my 3.5 gallon tank, I would say I could probably take you about 175, 180 miles.
Number 4.
Oh, we will take you to the house of the seventh son. Oh, with my 491cc air-cooled 2-stroke engine. We'll run a hot and fast.
All right. So, eligible bachelor. Will it be number 1, number 2, number 3, or number 4?
Nandayo.
Choose carefully.
I'm actually going to go for number 3. It has intrigued me because it's so variant and it sounds different. What on earth are you?
Number 3.
Oh,
Introduce
yes.
yourself.
I am very different. You might even call me a unicorn.
Are you playing with yourself right now?
No. I am a custom-built 1.9 liter TDI turbo diesel motorcycle.
Whoa.
Made by a bloke in England that has a Suzuki 1200 Bandit front end.
Oh.
The front half of its Nepper frame. The entire drivetrain from a Volkswagen TDI.
The entire drivetrain.
The rear drive off of an Audi TT. And he's managed to cobble this all together into a working motorcycle that he commutes on a daily basis, about 20 to 25,000 miles per year.
I'm actually impressed that
Congratulations,
anybody can get
Scott.
something like that to run reliably for that long. So kudos to him.
Well,
It's-
you know what?
Pretty amazing.
It sounds like a marvelous choice, but eligible bachelor, you have to face the 3 you rejected. Number 1, introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is the Yamaha Niken.
like wet cardboard.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 2, introduce yourself.
Obviously, I'm a Suzuki DR350. It's like the only bike I know anything about.
And number 4.
Oh, domo.
CR500.
Yes, CR500. You nailed it. 1984. Thank you.
That
Well
bike was
done.
absolute rocket ship.
I was trying to say explosive as much as I could.
Oh, it's-
Well, thank you
well
all
done.
for tuning in to another episode of The Dating Game.
Tell them where they're going to go on their date.
Yes, you two are going to go on a fantastic date to Liverpool, England. all right, calm
And what will
down.
they do there?
They will try and avoid getting the bike stolen.
It's probably the only bike that won't get lifted off the fucking pavement because it'll be too heavy.
Right.
Bravo, kids.
Oh, very
my
well.
goodness.
What a
you got to get out of here.
fabulous episode.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, I got to bounce. I got this. Me and John are heading down to the desert on Tuesday.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Yes.
Mojave. So if, we picked up somebody else, Guillermo or somebody's going to. So anyway, if you're looking for something to do between Wednesday and Sunday next week, we're going to be down in the Mojave Desert riding dirt bikes.
Fanta-
fucking around. Much fuckery will occur.
Do you think you'll be back in time to give us a very, very quick ride report by next Sunday?
Probably not. We'll be on the road.
Okay, well,
Yeah, a
the
bit of a
following
poke.
Sunday, if we can chalk you in, because that's going to be an epic adventure.
Yes. Oh, it should be fun. Desert season is upon us.
Yes, be
Right on.
safe
All
down
right.
there.
See y'all later.
All right, have a good trip.
Cheers.
Ciao,
Good to see
ciao.
you. Yeah.
Well, there you go. Kat, you said you liked the dating game, so I thought
Yeah,
we would
I
spring that on
absolutely
you.
loved it. I got to prepare me a bit more next time. I could probably come up with some stuff that's really filthy.
Well, so where were you with Mike? Because I know he was out with you.
Right. Well, I finished up the Italian tour and headed over to Spain, and we did the Spanish Pyrenees to Aragon. I had a chance to talk with my other guide, David, who I'm also would like to bring on as a guest instructor to, again, run another Motorcycles and Misfits training tour for the Pyrenees.
Oh, fantastic.
Because David, he's Catalan. He's a great rider trainer. He's a great guy, and he knows Catalunya really well, which is a fabulous riding area.
You know, Catalonia is absolutely drop-dead gorgeous. And in my opinion, Barcelona is one of the great European
It's a very
cities.
livable city.
Yeah, it's one of the great. If you get that together, you just sign me up as the
Okay,
first guest,
well,
because I
that's-
mean it's a superb neck of the woods.
My real key thing is with David is trying to find a good Pyrenees destination. Again, it's all about the hometown of where we're going to base ourselves and have a good hotel, a couple of restaurants, a gas station, and off we go. I know for sure that the road called the N260, which goes all the way from the Mediterranean all the way to the Atlantic through the Pyrenees, that road will be featured because you can't miss it.
Right.
And it's always a great fun road. Anyway, I was on the tour for the Spanish Pyrenees to Aragon tracking tour with it was the largest tour I think I've ever run. We had 22 people.
Wow.
Oh, that is even bigger than a Misfits
I have
tour.
a tour suggestion for you.
Yes.
Actually, Z did this tour. Z, where did you ride the monkey bikes?
Romania.
Romania. Have you heard about this?
I definitely want to do Romania. I've wanted to
No,
ride the
they did it on
Transfigurion.
monkey bikes.
So this company, it's called the Adventurous. They're based
Yeah.
out of UK, and they have like 50 or 55 Chinese-made Honda Z50 knockoff bikes in Peru, Morocco, Mongolia, and Romania, and you can rent them for the week. And they literally tell you, we're not telling you where to go. We'll teach you how to ride if you show up and you don't know. And then they set
they're
you off
mini
to go have
bikes.
an adventure.
Right. Yeah.
That's a real challenge.
Amazing.
not my
ride.
target market
Right.
at all. But I would enjoy it. But my target market would be like, no, are you kidding?
But yeah, Romania is great,
I would
right?
I love
Love to
Romania.
do- love to
Carpathian
do-
Mountains. You get to do the
Yeah.
Transfigurion and the
Yeah.
Transalpina. Those are like big rides.
Right.
Oh, yeah. That's a great ride.
Really
But
good
I
riding.
would, I would like to chime in and just remind people what a Misfits tour is and what it means.
Yeah.
Originally, Kat came to us, and Kat's got a huge amount of experience running these very, very high-end tours in Europe, which are absolutely 5-star all the way. And I had a lovely conversation with Kat a good few years ago now, and I said, these tours are superb, but they're out of the reach of the working man and woman. Let's work on putting together a tour that Joe Average or Josephina Average can afford. And that's really what Cat and Mouse did. And a Misfit tour, you get all the glamour of European tours. And it's a very, very high quality tour, no matter where it is.
So it's the same pasta on all your trips?
Really good pasta in the Italy
Yes.
tours, of course. Yeah.
But if you can afford a used motorcycle, you can go on a Misfit tour. To give you an example, if you go on the Dolomites training tour, or even the Castles and Curves tour, if you were clever with your flight, you could have the entire holiday that is flight, bikes, hotel, transfers, food, booze, everything. I think $4,500 is an attainable goal.
Yeah, about $4,500 to $5,000, you could easily do the tour.
Easily.
The way we do it is it's for beginners, not beginner riders. It's for people who are not necessarily familiar with travel and are a bit nervous. So what we're giving you is we're giving you great routes. Every bike has a GPS, and we're giving you a couple of good hotels. The hotels are included, the bike is included, but there's no guides. There's no luggage truck. You don't need these things. And what we're trying to show you is you can do Europe on your own if you wanted to. But really I've discovered this recently, really, for this year. This is the 10th year I've been doing tours, and I've started to realize people don't often care about where we're going. That's not the seller. No. I am so surprised how often people come down to breakfast and say, so where are we going today? I'm like, you just spent over $10,000 to bring you and your wife on this tour and you have no clue where we're going today? No, they don't care, because they know that for a week or 2 weeks, they're just going to be in motorcycle blissful heaven and just having a fabulous time. They don't care where we're going.
And we give you that experience, but instead of 10 grand and you're riding a Panigale or, a Multistrada, you're riding a very, very high quality BMW, staying at the same hotel. We're not doing track days.
Nope.
It's a great holiday. Next year's going to be year 3. Mm-hmm. I didn't think that 2022 could be bettered. It was such a lovely trip. But 2023 was just the greatest. And 2024, these things are going to just get better and better as time goes on.
I'm looking forward to showing Liza what the Dolomites Training Tour is about, and really so she can meet her listeners in these large groups.
Are you going to sign up for the Dolomites?
I don't have time.
You don't have time?
I don't have time.
Well, so probably Liza will do the 2025. I mean, you can rely on me for the 24.
Yeah, well, I
might be able to do a 25. I haven't said anything. It's not. I am going to Pakistan next year in the fall.
No, you need to.
But in the spring, I may be going on another trip that I can't say with who or where yet. But South America-ish.
Nice.
Right. And it's a new tour company possibly. So I'm waiting to see if that happens. But I have an opportunity I may be doing.
Oh, you won't have heard this, Kat. I'm off to Vietnam next month.
Yeah, no.
With Big Sur Motorcycle Adventures.
I'm off to run Portugal next week.
Fantastic. God, we are the world travelers, aren't we? Really?
Well, and
this is what we do.
I haven't been on, your trips in Europe, but I can say from my firsthand experience with Kat, just like Z did the work to write a book, you do the work to find the accommodations. I appreciated that, from a guest house in Wales to an Airbnb in Isle of Man to the Hilton at Silverstone. Like they cool. all were the right place to be. They were all
absolutely
the right location.
And I mean, it's a combination. It's a combination of Kat. Mm-hmm. It's a combination of Mouse. And just the whole administrations, the Castles and Curves tour we did. I was reflecting on that when I heard you were going to be the guest this week. I was reflecting on that trip and what a great trip it was, and all the accommodation was great.
Yeah,
I think that bar in that little farming village on night 1 that was just
that's a brewery hotel. The brewery hotels are all over Germany, and I think this is genius at work. It's a small brewery that's in every all the little towns, and you go there to do your business with the local business meetings,
right,
and then you get drunk on the local beer, and then you walk to your room.
Right. And then in my case, you hang all your knickers on the roof to dry out.
Yes, we've actually had knickers put over windshields and on bikes that are currently being ridden, just because people are trying to dry out their laundry.
But from that to the Arbeit macht frei hotel in Cochem, it's incredible variety of hotels, and what a superb experience for people. So
I have a question for you.
Sure.
This is probably a lot of the reason why Z doesn't travels just with one person, so you don't have to deal with other people.
Oh boy,
Kat, you have to deal with other people. I'm curious. Since I've last seen you, you've had a few trips. Yeah. Did you have any challenges? Did you have any crashes that you had to deal with?
Let's see.
I'm just wondering what have been some of the challenges and how you handle it.
Well, we've had I think we had one client. He was just kind of sick during most of the tour.
Oh, no.
And that was a tough one. And in the process, he's normally a very good rider, but he just he slipped and low-sided under a bridge. It wasn't too bad, but I think the bike was damaged enough. We had to use the spare bike. Honestly, those aren't the really big problem. The big problems are when somebody gets over their head riding ability-wise, where they've come on the tour and they don't realize that they don't have the riding skills to make it happen. And we've had some people like sort of complain that like, I didn't realize I had to know how to ride. This is not a tour for beginners, beginning riders, at least certainly not the track and tour ones. And we've had some people, repeat clients that, no, you said your riding has improved and it really hasn't, and you're holding up the whole group constantly. But, you know, we try to help them out. It happens rarely. Thankfully, the great thing about my tour business is it's a bunch of track riders the majority of the time, and track riders get on like a house on fire no matter where they're from. They're all the same type of lunatics who think that getting on, you know, a high-powered motorcycle and riding round and round and round on the same piece of pavement is actually a fun and profitable way to spend one's afternoon. They're lunatics, and they get along really well, even if they're brain surgeons, rocket scientists, 25-year veterans of the special forces. I mean,
I especially like the rocket surgeons.
Right.
Rocket surgeons.
But you know,
rocket scientists.
Don't you think that's a commonality amongst all motorcyclists? I mean, I find that motorcycling, certainly in my experience, it really draws people together no matter what their background are. It's far more important to me that you love motorcycles and riding them and the people who ride them than what you necessarily do for a living.
One thing I do know about Kat, he likes fine things.
Yeah, I know that.
You have nice car.
Yeah.
Well,
like
I finally
nice
have a nice
motorcycles,
car. Yeah, I do have a
nice gear. You like the nice things in life. Yeah. So, Kat, I have a question, not just for you, but for everybody here. In fact, this is coming into our next segment.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
And this one is called Guilty Pleasures. In fact, it has a theme song. Are you ready? Guilty pleasures, guilty pleasures. I want to know what is your guilty pleasure. So, everybody has a guilty pleasure.
I do.
A bike that people may not realize that you're actually fond of, that you would ride, but it doesn't necessarily go with your style, right? I will share for you, for instance, there's a bike that I saw go riding by, and this is a bike that's been around for a while. Someone go by, and every time I see one, it catches my eye, and I go, I like those bikes. I don't think anyone would think of that I would be fond of this bike, but there's something about it I like. And Emma doesn't know what it is.
I don't.
It is a Suzuki M109R.
Oh.
Those are interesting bikes.
You're familiar with this
Oh,
one.
very much so.
For those who don't know, it is a cruiser, but it's like a muscle cruiser. It's like low slung and it's sleek.
I'm going to stop you there because I'm not entirely sure if it is a cruiser. It's got far more in common with a VMAX than a Virago.
Power cruiser.
It's kind of it's kind of the motorcycle equivalent of a Mustang Mach 1.
Yeah, but it is a cruiser. It is forward controls.
Yes.
It is a low bike.
And they absolutely go like the clappers.
Yeah, but it's the Suzuki M109R. And I'm like, every time I see it, I like that. And you can have it naked, or you can put windshield and luggage on it, turn it into a touring bike. I just think these are like mean looking bikes.
They've been around for a while. I mean,
they're part of the Boulevard series. It is a cruiser.
Yeah.
So that for me, I was like, you know what? That's one of my guilty pleasures. People would be surprised. So I wanted to ask, guilty pleasures. I want to know what is your guilty pleasure. So I want to know, everyone here, if you have a guilty pleasure bike. Some people might be surprised to hear.
I do.
Yeah.
What is yours?
Well,
Emma?
mine's obvious. I mean, if you'd have asked me a couple of years ago, would I have a Harley? And I've got nothing against Harleys. I've always liked them, but I never saw myself owning one. And here I am. I've got that beautiful blue Superglide, and it really scratches a certain itch.
Do you own a pair of chaps?
No, but I do own leather trousers.
You're wearing leather trousers.
She's been wearing them all day.
Do you have any
She wears them
shirts
every
that
day.
say Harley Davidson?
Yes.
Okay. Do you own a bandana?
Yes.
Okay, well,
She's a real biker.
Yeah, come on.
No, I mean...
Come on.
Yeah, but I mean... No, but I don't... Yeah, but no, but... Yeah, but... No,
I want
it's
something
just
else.
something
I want something else. Something
How many
that-
skulls do you have?
Something that you go, I like that. I like that, but... Yeah, see? Something you don't already own. We already know you have a Harley. What's something we'd be surprised to hear? A bike you've always been fond of, something that catches your eye.
You know, I have always been very, very fond, and Z is going to absolutely kill me.
You
for
could even
this.
say you're bike curious.
Right.
No, Z's going to be so full of hatred for me when I say this.
Oh, no.
DRZ 400s.
No.
Oh.
No.
Yeah,
Really?
I
That-
told
no.
you.
See, well, that does surprise me because I've never heard you talk about that. You talk about the DR650, but the DRZ 400.
but, you know,
what is it about the DRZ 400?
I've got a couple of friends who've got them. In fact, yesterday I was with my dear friend Mike McCarthy, rebuilding the engine on his.
Oh, are you talking about the SM?
Yes.
Oh, the SM you like.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Because, I mean, darling, I love SM&M. I live for it.
See, this is making
That's my
sense
idea
to
of
me.
a Saturday night.
This is making
Oh,
sense to me because last week you made a suggestion to me about the Africa Twin that took me by surprise.
No, I'm about the
You said you should supermoto that.
yes,
Like, what?
yeah.
Where did that come from?
No, I think I'd be.
But
kinda
now
fun.
it's making sense.
Yeah, you see.
Do you have a guilty pleasure just for supermotos?
Yeah, I think I think I'm a supermo tard with the emphasis on tard.
Have you ever owned a supermoto?
No, you know that.
Have you ever ridden a supermoto?
A couple of times. I always have a groovy time on them.
Interesting. So that's a good guilty pleasure. All right. You have one, Z?
I don't know.
Z's angry with me now.
No.
Yeah, I bet you are.
I do feel a little betrayed.
I know you do.
I don't know that I really like every bike that I would mention, like a Dnepr, a Ural, anything single, people would not be shocked that I liked. I used to ride a Victory cross country. I think that's the best cruiser on the market, or it used to be on the market, I guess. And maybe like a Moto Guzzi.
You were
V85.
talking about this.
It's pretty new. Like I haven't really expressed this publicly much, but I like the Moto Guzzi V85.
It has
I like
character.
how they build them to be workable too. Like I want to, if I was going to have a modern bike, I want something I can fix that's not overly complicated.
Right.
And they designed those to be user friendly.
Yeah, and I always describe my Guzzi as
right.
the other Italian V-twin because, of course, ducks get all the glory because they really are the queen of.
Let's not forget Aprilia.
Yeah, it's an adventure bike.
It's their version of a GS.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
God,
an
that is a
it's an
good
850.
looking bike.
Yeah, and it's an
Yeah,
850.
no. One of my clients has one
But
of
it's
those.
an
They can
850.
They can check their valves easier than I can check my valves.
And you got a point because like the Tenere, the mid-sized adventure bikes are getting all the attention, but Moto Guzzi's had one.
It's kind of like an underdog. Someone that follows me, he comes to my rallies and he has one, and I've looked at it and he was talking about how he does his maintenance on it, and most of his maintenance jobs were easier than what I have to do with my 350. My 350 is really easy too. I just have to take the tank off. He just gets like right there on the sides and can get to all the things.
I like that color version, the yellow and the white
with the red
the
frame.
red. That's nice. Ooh, that is a good guilty pleasure.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah,
All
great
right.
looking bike.
Kat, do you have a guilty pleasure that people will be surprised?
Here's the thing: is I don't have too many things that I'm guilty about. The things I take pleasure in, I am an out when it comes to being out.
All right, hold on.
Yeah.
I want to take a shot at this. Emma, you want to take a shot at this too? I'm gonna guess what I want to hear him say is an MB5 moped.
Oh, please.
Is your guilty pleasure?
No,
That's what I want to hear you
No,
say.
Cat likes
No?
high horsepower
All right,
bikes.
what do you think,
Emma?
Emma? What do you think is his guilty pleasure?
Oh, sure, you can try to guess. There's no way.
No, I'm not even going to hazard a guess.
Right. I'm not much on guilt. So I am out as a BDSM dom. I am out as an atheist. I take pleasure in a lot of things, but here's something that I'm this track rider known for going all over the world and riding. I'll be 11 MotoGP circuits this year. I like really fast sport touring, but here's something that I used to have that I miss dearly.
Oh,
I miss my Husseberg 650.
Oh, really?
I had a Husseberg 650 that was
Oh.
all set up for desert work. It was it was technically street legal, and I used to do desert riding on it. I used to ride along the border of the United States and Mexico, and I had so
wow.
much fun on it. I loved that bike, and you wouldn't think that I would be into desert riding and enduro, but I miss a good bit of single track. And
There you go.
I don't get to do that
Wow.
anymore.
And a Husserberg is an interesting choice
It's
as
a
well.
very
oh, and
bizarre
here's
bike.
one that's supermoto. You two can
You
share custody.
supermoto one too.
And of course, yellow and blue.
Yes, it's very called Sverige, Swedish.
Yeah, I'm finding a lot of them that are supermotoed.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. I miss my
Interesting.
Husseberg. I used to have one.
Interesting. Well,
Wow.
wait, I don't even know that much about Husseberg or Husseberg.
Husseberg. It was briefly happened when Husqvarna got bought out, and all the actual design engineers said, "Screw you guys, we're going to make our own bikes," and that was Husseberg. And then those people got bought up by KTM, and so now when KTM wants to do something really experimental, they have the Husseberg guys do it first.
Did you know about that, Emma?
Yeah.
How and when was this Husseberg?
Late 90s, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think I had mine in the 2005 range.
Yeah, I think it was late 90s, early 2000s.
Now I'm curious what other kind of bikes they have.
No, it's
So it's enduro.
Yeah, it was mostly
it was enduro and
125
dirt
to
bikes.
650.
Yeah,
Okay.
with a very unusual over square forward firing piston.
yes,
Founded in 88
yeah.
by people whose names I cannot pronounce.
Yeah, lots of Svens
Well-
and Gunners.
No, but it was founded, but it really got traction a little bit later. It was all part of the Husqvarna buyout. Very interesting company.
Yeah, born out of
Ve-
Husqvarna. Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We maybe need to do something on that.
on Husseberg.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've actually got one at the Jameson Museum.
Yeah, the bike weighed less than I did. And it
Wow.
was a 650.
Wow.
So the lineage is still there then?
Yeah, but it's sort of become KTM's R&D.
Right.
I and Bagel, I haven't forgotten about you. We'll still get to
Oh,
you.
yeah. No, I want about Bagel.
I
What
have
could-
to say,
what
it does
could
get
Bagel's
kind
guilty
of
pleasure?
murky when you get into the whole KTM, Husqvarna. Who else is all folded into that now? That they're all kind of the same. Oh, the what's the red gas?
Yes.
Like it is kind of murky. It's kind of like, to me, it's the Taurus and the Sable.
Right.
Do you guys remember those cars?
Yes.
Yes.
Mercury
yeah.
Sable, Ford Taurus, same car.
The
It was
Ford
same-
Tortoise.
It's the same car, but I think the Mercury had a few more bells and whistles on it.
I'm not sure, but it is weird when you get in where they're keeping all the different
But you know,
labels. But
it's not unprecedented in Japan either. I mean, people forget that right around the turn of the millennia, you could go into a Suzuki dealership and buy a DRZ 400 and go into a Kawasaki dealership and buy the same bike with Kawasaki decals on the tank.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Kawasaki made a DRZ 400. What do they call it?
I think they called it the KLX 400.
Oh, so just
No, it's the same bike.
yeah, okay.
No,
We need
it was the same bike. Yeah?
Can you? I'd love to on a future show have you get more into detail about same bike, different badge.
Yeah,
the crossover stuff.
Have an episode on crossovers. That would be
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah, that's an Emma deep dive topic right there.
No, I think it would be. And I mean, once you get into these big parent companies like Piaggio, You know,
Yeah, well,
there's-
Piaggio and Vespa.
Right,
Is it-
and Gilera, and the MP3 is a perfect example because the MP3 was marketed as a Vespa, it was marketed as a Piaggio and a
Well,
Gilera.
Not a Vespa, but Piaggio and Gilera. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, but how many in the Piaggio? Because is that Piaggio's parent company or Vespa is?
Piaggio.
Piaggio?
Piaggio.
So how many labels are folded into that? Just like we were talking about Husqvarna, Husqvarna, Gas. Yeah.
Moto Guzzi, Aprilia, Vespa.
Those are
They're all-
all those are all
Gilera.
Piaggio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they don't do any crossovers, right?
only in the scooter, only a little bit in the scooter range.
Yeah. What
Other than that,
crossovers
everything-
Yeah.
do you have, Bagel? Are there Vespa,
Yeah, Bagel
Yeah,
does.
there you go.
Piaggio crossovers, right?
I don't know if there are whole bikes that are crossovers, but there are definitely engines that were crossovers.
Okay.
Like the Vespa ET4 used the same engine, I think, as the Aprilia Mojito, and I think was also the platform for a bunch of Piaggio scooters as well, including the LT, the big wheeled 150. They shared that engine across a bunch of different bikes, and I think they also did that too with the 250 and 300 and maybe even 200 engines as well, especially between Piaggio and Vespa. There was a lot of crossover with those engines.
Interesting. Okay, so now Bagel, we come to you.
Yes.
Bagel,
Yeah.
what
I'm gonna
is your?
guess-
Oh, you want to take?
I want to take a guess that Bagel is actually secretly lusting for something with a tad more horsepower.
Perhaps,
Mm.
but not necessarily because of that.
I think I know what it is. It's a
Oh, yeah?
it's a Bergman, isn't it?
No, not a Bergman, and not even a scooter necessarily. I think this is something that I have mentioned before in the past, but my guilty pleasure, I think, would definitely be a Kawasaki triple.
Ooh.
There was one that I was
Rim, bim, 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 bim.
Ding 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 ding.
there was one that I saw that was for sale at I think it was a Honda dealership. This is back in like 1993 or 94 or something like that. And they were having like a blowout of like, all these bikes for sale, super cheap. And this was, I think it was a 73 350. They wanted like $400 for it. It had
great.
expansion chambers on it that were painted flat black. And it was an orange bike with like, the whole thing was like orange and black. And I thought it looked really cool. And I loved the look of the 3 cylinders and 3 pipes. And then they started it up. And when this thing fired up, it was just a cacophony that made such an amazing noise that I wanted to ride it all around. And if I had $400 at the time, I totally would have bought it, but I didn't. So I had to let it go.
Look to your
But
right.
ever since then, those Kawasaki triples have definitely stayed with me. And there's something because and maybe it's because they're so. I mean, there is a little bit of crossover with scooters because they are 2-stroke, but they're so different. They're loud and they're dirty and they don't handle for anything. They're just clattery and just raw power.
It was the seduction of the sound that got you, though.
Yeah, it was definitely the sound, but it was also not just the sound itself, but what that sound meant, like the kind of power that it could produce, and the way it produced that power. Like I could tell just by the rev, with engine rev that would be an incredibly fun bike to ride in a straight line.
What I find is very ironic here is that another one of my guilty pleasures is a Lambretta 2-stroke.
Mm-hmm.
For
Lambie.
the same
Yes.
reason, in that like those scooters can
You
scare the
should get
piss
one,
out of
Liza.
you. I've got a bunch of models in here of them. It's
Lambie.
like those things can haul ass.
Liza, you totally should get a Lambretta.
You
should
could
get a Lambretta
terrorize the
and
streets of
I don't know
Barcelona
if I can
with one.
handle that much power, man.
I think Liza should get a Lambretta 200 and a Parker coat,
Oh.
and then I can fight her.
I guess you're following. You know why I'm trying to sell the Africa Twin, right?
Because you want to get something else.
I want to get a Niken.
You want to get a Niken?
I want to get a Niken.
Oh, the judgy face he has.
Yeah.
And I've got to be honest with you.
Could you learn how to ride first? I mean, you don't need
What are you talking about?
You don't need the extra rubber up front.
Why not?
Because when you eventually push that front, the rear end is going to kick down and launch you into the air.
Has that been happening with people?
I didn't even realize the Nikon was a triple. I thought it was a 4. I thought it was like FC1 based, but it's 900 3-cylinder based.
Yeah, it's a very interesting bike, but my speedier friends have sort of pushed it to its limits and discovered that it's not very forgiving. Because yes, the front end will not give way, but when the rear end
it whips around,
it whips it and will high side you into oblivion.
Nice.
So what you're saying is that they
Sounds
need to
exciting.
put 2 wheels in the rear as well.
It's just God. To me, it's like, okay, yes, you can be you should be perhaps a little intimidated by the fact that there is a limited amount of grip up front, but if you learn how to use trail braking and plant that front as you turn in, you don't need two wheels up front.
Well, let me ask you this.
You know this.
It'll be a cool bike. It'll get attention though, and
every old man will talk to me. I know. Let me ask you this, Kat. If you're going to have 3 wheels, is it better to have 2 in front, or 2 in the rear, or 1 on the side?
2 in front. No,
Okay, so it is the best scenario for 3 wheels.
Of the 3 wheels scenarios, but again,
what's the worst
I'm asking
one,
is like, why do you need 3 wheels?
Ask him about was it the Robin Reliant?
The Reliant Robin.
Yes, the
Reliant
Robin. Yes.
So just to give you a brief synopsis, England is a very, very cold country, and as a loophole, motorcyclists found that they could drive a Reliant Robin, which is basically a 3-wheel car with 2 wheels at the back and 1 wheel at the front, during the winter time. Every single biker group in any town has always got stories of people rolling their Reliant Robin because they're so unstable.
One of my favorite episodes of Top Gear.
Absolutely.
Jeremy Clarkson, famously. So if you're not familiar with the Reliant Robin, it's an enclosed 3-wheeled little mini car.
I think I saw the Top Gear episode, actually.
He just was driving around a neighborhood.
Just rolling.
And he go like, oh, there it goes again. Sliding down.
I'm pretty sure passers by to turn him back over.
That's the only joke the car has. It's just that constant joke. And the only reason they still exist is because people want to record it falling over and flopping over.
And the views of the people just walking their dogs and he's around the corner. Is that Philip Oakey from Human League?
And, the joke is that a lot of people are buying up the classic ones, and they did a sporty version called the Bond Bug.
Oh, dear God.
And a Bond Bug it looks like an orange wedge of cheese. But it was really quite a sporty thing. It had a very sporty little, engine in it, and it was mid-mounted. Still handled like crap. And people are buying these things and actually making them 4-wheelers, and they're fun as snot to drive because now they actually corner. They've got all the performance. But you should look up a Bond Bug. You'll think, there's no way this was ever in production, and it was.
Ooh, right. Sidebar, Bagel, that reminds me, I currently have items in my shopping cart on AliExpress as I'm looking at more things. I showed Emma a very nice, it's a miniature toilet pipe. Yeah, very interesting.
So you can put your stash in it and smoke it, but the bowl is the shape of a toilet and it has a lid.
Just things that no one needed. It's pretty amazing. But what I did see on there, Bagel, was a VW Bug conversion kit to turn it electric. It comes with the whole rear axle, the motor that bolts into a VW Bug, everything. I was like, this is pretty interesting.
How much was it?
I don't remember.
A couple of thousand, I would have thought.
I have to look that up.
$1 million.
Yeah, you have to.
And how reliable is that kit going to be off of AliExpress?
Oh, it's going to be fantastic, Bagel. What could possibly go wrong with it?
Flawless, I'm sure.
As reliable?
It's going to be the highest quality.
Let me see.
There will be no plasma balls anywhere.
VW electric Bug. I'm looking it up. No, it looked interesting that it was. Oh, here it is, conversion kit. I'll let Emma take a look at these and see. There's one for like 3,000, one for 6,000. So I'm not sure
Oh, there
what all
you
the
go.
different things are.
Yeah, it starts.
But it looks like they've figured it all out. It's all the things to bolt into a VW Bug, which is kind of fascinating.
That's tempting. What kind of range does it have? And how top
Well, you
speed?
don't know.
I don't know.
So this is okay.
I doubt that it comes with the batteries for that much money, right? This is
Right.
just everything you need.
So
it's
this
just
is
the motor and
What, you just put a Tesla wall
Yeah.
in
Look,
the
it's got
side of it or
the
something?
axle, everything.
Well, just hang on a minute. This is a
battery's not included.
Yes, it does include the batteries.
Ooh.
This
Oh,
is
really?
I'm going to come to this. It's a 15 kilowatt, 96 volt driving system for electric car. Conversion kit for a VW Beetle, Suzuki TA Ace rebuild old vehicles. $3,864. It comes with everything you need, including gearbox, motor, axles, controller, and
It's got a
dashboard,
gearbox.
and batteries. It is, it is $3,864 before you get excited. Shipping fee. $12,028.
Oh,
Wait, there's the catch.
Oh,
Oh,
hang
my.
on. There's one here for 90,000, and this is for a truck. 220 kilowatt electric engine, an AMT differential conversion kit for a 110 ton mine truck. And this is quite. Yeah,
You know,
this-
everyone's got a spare
amazing.
mining truck sitting in their
Yeah.
backyard.
Well, now I'm curious. Do they have conversion kits for motorcycles?
I don't think so.
Oh, that is $90,000.
you think that mining truck kit will fit in my Heinkel?
The Heinke Heinkel.
Well, let's see. The one that's $6,000. How much is that shipping? Is only $91.
$91
Yeah,
shipping.
the same kit for $6,000. The VW kit, 15 kilowatt, and it is $91 shipping. You can have it by October 28th.
Wow. Bargain.
Anyway, you may want to look at that.
Tempting.
Just saying. I forget how we got here.
Don't you remember, when we went to
Squirrel.
and it's classic of companies from China kind of feeling out the market and not really having experience. Don't you remember when we were at AM Expo last February? All the Chinese manufacturers were in there, and they'd obviously gotten wind of the way to sell things to Americans is to have a pretty girl on the stand.
Oh, that's been used for decades.
Well, yeah. So, but this is something I feel that's quite new for China.
Oh.
So they had all these booths with these incredibly shy little girls just nervously giving you a little brochure, and they looked as if they were about to burst into tears at any time. And we were very, very kind, but it's like
the fools, the money they spent on airfare, they could have hired some local talent that would have been far more effective and a little bit more brazen.
right. But it is Vegas.
So I just want to throw this out there for any vendors going to be at AIM Expo. If you want to hire a misfit,
That's right.
wouldn't that be
Hawk your
amazing
wares.
if we're all working different booths?
Hire Miss Emma to sell your crap, and let me tell you, I will
There it
give it
is.
the hard sell.
Hire a misfit sounds like one step away from prostitution.
I know.
What do you mean one step away?
Half a step?
I'll own that.
I remember how we got there, Kat.
Yeah.
So what I was saying is the Africa Twin to the Nikon to me is a lateral jump.
Yeah.
In that the Africa Twin, I wanted to try DCT and understand it because it's
Oh,
unusual new technology.
All right.
So I feel the same with the Nikon.
All right. Do
Right?
you want to try something
So
weird and
unusual new
freaky?
technology.
Okay.
I want to try and understand it.
We figured out her
a
kink,
lateral,
folks.
lateral move. Oh, here, Emma, thank you. She's cleaning up. Look at Kat's got quite a pile. You ate a lot of candy, didn't you?
I really have to thank Naked Jim. That was a wonderful meal of gummies.
So I wanted to get to, we got a lot of emails, so I want to get to because there's some good topics here. But Emma, you're going to want to pay attention to this one because I think you're going to jump in on this one. This one's from our friend Eric. And he says he just finished listening.
Hello, Eric.
Episode 531, and something was getting my ire up about the lawsuit discussion.
Yep.
So remember we were talking about this,
Right.
like lawsuits. And this is a case where I think somebody was fleeing from the police, and we were talking about
Right.
and then some people got killed.
Yes.
And or the, you know, like should the police chase and blah, there's a lot of things there. But he said that let's see, Liza seemed to do a lot of victim blaming. Were they wearing a helmet? Were they wearing the right gear? Shouldn't they take part of the blame for their choices? These are questions I ask, right? Sounds like victim blaming to me. Liza is trying to put blame on a person who chooses clothing for comfort and enjoyment for the outcome of someone else's actions. I'm sure her opinion would be different if it was a woman who was assaulted for wearing revealing clothing in public. It is easy to throw aspersions at a group of people that don't share the same lifestyle. The belief that I am a reasonable person who does reasonable things, so if you deviate from that, then you get what you deserve. Okay, I can see your point on that. The logical response to her, if you were wearing the right gear, you wouldn't have been hurt so badly, is to follow it with, well, if you were driving in a car, you wouldn't have been hurt as badly. But this is a motorcycle podcast, so that isn't going to be the answer. The stem of the incident wasn't the poor gear choices. It was the police showing no regard for public safety, chasing a perpetrator, the car that pulled out, the city not fixing the pothole, and they need to pay. It's the American way.
Right.
So, I mean, and Z, you famously turned down every full face helmet I give you because you prefer to wear a legal-ish
That's DOT.
little halfy helmet. And, you know, I care for your well-being. I'm always offering you helmets. So, I mean, part of the question is, if you have the choice to wear more gear and a better helmet, if someone else's actions result in your death, is that completely on them that you would have survived if you were wearing better gear? And that's kind of the debate, the question I have. You see what I'm saying?
This is a piano out of the sky situation, though.
Well, no.
No matter how, like 60% of the fatalities in 2018 were wearing a helmet. People put gear on and act like they're invincible. Mm-hmm. There's just certain, you get hit with certain shit and nothing you're wearing is going to change that.
Yeah.
Well, and I guess I should shout out. How do you do this? Respectfully, I want to give a mention to our friend of the garage, Robert Egeter.
Right.
Who sadly died on the track at Barber last weekend.
Right, yeah.
And this is something, Kat, you do track days.
Yep.
It happens. You can be wearing all the right stuff.
It's exceedingly
and it
rare.
Happens.
Track. But,
But
it happens.
as Kat, you are also aware, by wearing all the right gear, you greatly reduce the risk of serious injury or death.
Yes.
So
Right.
understanding that there can be the ultimate outcome of death, Z.
I don't think that's the ultimate outcome, though.
But I'm saying, yes, you're right. But what I'm saying is, you can't use that as an argument of it's no point in wearing all the gear. It still reduces risk. So then that was just the question that was coming up. If someone else is the cause of the accident, should they bear the same brunt of responsibility if the rider's choice was to wear less gear? And I will compare this to if you're driving a Lamborghini and somebody in their Honda Civic hits you, do you expect that person driving the Honda Civic to carry full insurance to cover the repairs to your Lamborghini, or is it your responsibility to make sure that you have enough coverage, right? Right? Is that kind of the same thing? You can't.
More of a
arguing personal
monetary
accountability.
question, though, than
Well,
accountability.
somewhat, yeah. What I'm saying is, as a rider on a motorcycle, I think we don't have to go into the debate.
Right.
I'm just saying he's calling me out for victim blaming, and I'm saying I don't think it's victim blaming. I think that it is a fair debate.
I think there is. I can see a lot of validity in Eric's argument.
Yeah. And I want to give him credit for phrasing it
Right.
well.
And our mantra here has always been, you dress for the slide, not the ride. You dress, all the gear all the time. I think we're just getting into details of if you are dressing for the slide, you're just getting into, well, what's caused the slide. Because if you dress for wrecking your bike, which means full protective gear, helmet, and you're the one who wrecks the bike. Yeah, well, that's all fair in love and war. I mean, you chose the right clothing and you chose to wreck your bike. I think the fact that the accident was caused by somebody else is really academic to this argument. The end result is still the same. You're going to get thrown to the pavement. And if you're able to be wearing gear that's going to mitigate the injuries.
My personal belief is, and again, Z, I think you'll agree with this, if the law states that you don't have to wear a helmet, then you don't have to wear a helmet. That is your choice, right?
Right.
So if the law is not going to make you protect yourself, you're not doing anything wrong, right? But there is also that bit of, I do put responsibility on me as a writer choosing to go out there into the world, that I am putting myself at risk because I am more exposed. And I do accept some of that risk when I go out there. That's it. And that's why, I wish that there were helmet laws and gear laws and all that stuff to protect everyone, but it's not. So I can see how then someone else would say, this is victim blaming because you're not being required to. It's a fair debate. Bagel, you have something to say?
Yeah, I just want to say that it's a good idea to wear the gear to give yourself the best chance in a situation like that. But that has no bearing on culpability when say a car driver isn't paying attention and they hit you.
Right.
Whether you have good gear on or not, they are still at fault.
We're not talking about fault.
Yeah.
But we're talking about the choice of wearing good gear and factoring in some bonehead actually hitting you.
Well,
right, because there's always that. I mean, that option is. That chance is always going to be present.
Right.
So whatever preparations you can take to keep yourself safe is, in my mind, a good idea.
Right.
Whether somebody wants to do that or not, that's up to them. But I think that there was there was some element there where like it absolves the car driver at fault to some degree if you're wearing good gear because you're protecting yourself from them. And I want to just be very careful to say that that it has nothing to do with that, because when somebody makes a mistake behind the wheel of a car, they're still at fault no matter what.
Oh, absolutely. But I think ultimately it's almost like I'm not suggesting the culpability, but the outcome for the car driver is, let's say a car driver made a mistake and killed a biker. That carries a lot of weight and a lot of moral gnashing of teeth for everyone concerned. So. If the biker was wearing a proper gear and suffered minor injury in the same collision because they was wearing proper gear, the car driver's still at fault. He's still an absolute bonehead and should have the book thrown at him.
Yeah,
but because the biker survived and with lesser injuries, so it's kind of almost accidental that it's less severe.
Hold on.
Well, it's less of a severe of a penalty for the car driver because the motorcycle rider took better preparations.
Right.
So let me wrap this up.
The car driver gets a bonus there.
Let me wrap this up and say that technically Eric is right because that's what the law states, and the law will side regardless of how much gear you're wearing if you were following the law. So Eric is right. And I will say that is somewhat victim blaming, but I don't see it as victim blaming. I see it as community blaming, in that I encouragement, not blaming. I want to encourage people to wear more gear and to accept more of that responsibility. That's all. Yeah, but technically, because of the way the laws are, I'm giving him the point. He's right.
But how I'll close this with this comment. When I work on bikes at the shop, I always liken it to dealing people a good hand in cards. How you play it is entirely up to you, but I'm going to deal you a good hand so that when you work the brakes on your bike, when you steer it, when you use the clutch, all those controls are going to work. I can't make you a better rider, but I can make the bike work correctly. So I'm dealing you the best and safest hand possible. Ultimately, it's up to you how you play it.
I'm forced to remember what you mentioned when we were at the Manx TT, Liza, about the stats between the amount of motorcyclist deaths at the Isle of Man versus the amount of motorcycle deaths at Sturgis.
Well, I think
Okay, the amount. Okay. You want some victim blaming? Fine, I'll be the bad guy. Here's the bad guy. Okay, guaranteed, at least one rider will die either at the Manx TT or at the TT Isle of Man.
Right.
This will happen.
I think
Far
you can.
more fatalities will occur at
Kat,
Sturgis.
I think you dropped the mic already. You just walk away. We're good. But you do have an email there.
Yes,
Jim.
I do. Yes, I do. And this one, it really comes as, again, it's another comment, and this one comes from Alan.
Hey, Alan.
And I'm liking this, Alan. Alan says, what is a real biker? To comment
Yes.
on what is a real biker gets back on his or her motorcycle after getting out of the hospital from a motorcycle accident.
Yeah.
For
that's
me,
real biker
it took
shit.
6 weeks after my crash. I had very bad broken bones in my arm that required bone grafting from my hip. Ouch.
Ooh.
The emergency room nurse asked if I was giving up motorcycling, and I told her I had 11 more motorcycles in my garage waiting for me. All right, Alan, this is Alan Smith, the Streamliner guy.
Oh, yes.
Right.
And
Well
yeah,
done,
I
Alan.
agree with you. And that's, I think, didn't we have that on there? That you've
Right.
ridden injured? Well, in this case, it was you've been injured and got back on. I rode the same day I got out of a hospital.
Would you give up your joy
So,
in
yes,
life
that is real biker shit.
just because you've been injured at it?
Right.
Yeah, sorry,
But
no.
I have a follow-up because this is another one related to our real biker quiz.
Okay.
Izzy, you need to take our real biker quiz and see how you rate.
The thing that you posted online?
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
I'm not a real biker.
Oh, no.
Nah, I was
Well-
like 40 or 39 out of all of them.
See, but you got more experiences coming
That's
up.
pretty
So
good.
you're working on it.
None of those are going to get checked for me. Like all the ones I don't have. I'm not even-
International border, was that on there?
Oh, yeah, I got that one.
Okay.
I'm a real vagabond,
Yeah, that's
though,
right. You
and I
are.
made a comment about that.
Okay.
I'll do the real vagabond test.
But I have a follow-up because this is also related to our real biker quiz. And this one's from Steven.
Steve.
Says, I love your podcast on the biker quiz. I followed along to see if I was a real biker or not. Answered yes to most of the qualifications, but not having a biker tattoo made me feel not worthy.
Oh, no.
So I told my wife I need to get a biker tattoo to be a real biker. The first question was, where are you going to put it since you don't have any room left on your body for another one? He said, maybe a Misfits Recycle Garage t-shirt will have to do. Right on.
Well, you could always do the...
I'm going to say, and I'm going to put that addendum in. If you don't have a biker tattoo, but you have a Motorcycles and Misfits t-shirt, you get the point.
Steve, I'm willing to bet there's room left on your left testicle.
Is you got a biker tattoo?
Yeah, I've got a lot of bikes tattooed.
See,
on me,
there you
actually.
go. Kat, you don't have any, do you?
I have no tattoos. I am saving. I'm saving my
you don't have that
tattoos
point.
till
You
I've
don't have
promised.
that
When I
point.
go to Iceland, I will get a full Norse sleeve.
All right.
the W on each buttock counts. Because when you bend over, it's wow. And when you stand on your head, it says mom.
God. Z, you have one there to read?
Yeah, this is a porn episode and a barn find.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I like this.
Howardian.
Howard Ian. Yes.
Howardian.
Paging Dr. Freud.
Misfits, according to the book Lexicon Devil's Cruisin', was supposed to be a porno film, but the band The Germs talked the producers into making a film based on the male sex workers in 1970s Hollywood. The film was so heavily protested by the Catholics that the Germs singer Darby Crash would wear a "Don't Go See Cruisin'" button on his leather jacket that he must have obtained at a protest. Barn find, the 1963 Tote Goat 600 with a 12-horsepower Briggs & Stratton we named Buttercup.
Nice.
I went to a yard sale this September and nabbed a Tote Goat tractor mini bike for $250. I try to remember Emma's advice when taking home rusty bikes, something to the effect of there is no such thing as a deal. I spent a lot of time getting it down to the original yellow lead paint and making a new seat. I ordered a new car, but got the throttle and brakes working and made a new basket out of some Doug fir floorboards.
Nice.
Buttercup runs and rides and even has an electric start. It will surely serve as a fun toy to tinker with this winter. Shop time is a good time.
I completely agree.
Did you see the picture?
Yeah, what a machine.
Yeah, it's just
I
got
wanna see this thing.
It's got a plank for a it's No, it's all it's all original. Just this thing looks crusty, barn find.
Are those just like
running.
straight bars with an
love
axle
it.
and a wheel?
Oh, yeah.
You hit anything
Original
and you're gonna
lead paint.
break your
I love
elbow.
it.
Oh yeah. It's a cage with a motor. Yeah. Very good.
I love
Thank
it.
you. All right, Emma. Wait, let's get bagels, and then if we have time, we'll get yours.
Yeah.
Bagel, you have one?
That was the same one you sent me.
Oh, so sorry. That's okay, because Emma, how many? Oh, you've got a
ahead.
few.
I got a bunch of them.
Emma, let's start with the. So last week we asked people to send in
This is
pics of their
great.
old ladies.
So we've had
I don't know if you guys have caught up. So we've been reading these magazines, the old magazines, and they're a whole section, these old biker magazines.
Oh, yeah.
Old lady pics.
Oh, yeah.
Sending pictures of your old ladies on your bike. So
When I
said,
used to work for Bellray, I would get sample
You know what
media.
it's like.
I'd get media packs from these magazines because we were launching a new cruiser oil when I started working at Bellray, and so I had to get sample issues of all of these magazines, and of course all of the people who worked in the San Francisco office and Bellray, they were all women, and let's just say they were not particularly thrilled by the concept of a whole bunch of these magazines showing up.
well, we asked for not old lady pictures, but old lady pictures, and we got some.
Aged women.
Okay, so I'm going to start off with Michael. And Michael, Patreon listener Mike here, just listen to the October the 8th show. I rode with this guy, Bina, in Digby, Nova Scotia a few years ago. He gives sidecar rides to various peoples who might otherwise not have the opportunity to feel the wind. Namely, old folks like this 100-year-old woman. That's it. I just want to share a cool quasi-related story. It's a lovely picture of this grinning 100-year-old woman in the sidecar.
That was great.
Next one. Greetings from Canada. I have no hope of winning, but I couldn't resist. My granddaughter loves my little bike. And there's this lovely little girl, and she's probably about 3 or 4.
So instead of old lady, it's little lady.
Little lady.
Little lady.
And she's smiling. I think she's been eating chocolate. And,
We hope.
and she's just... this lovely little girl. My favorite. I shouldn't have... This is from Steve. My wife found this picture when we were going through my uncle's estate. This is my aunt, grandma, and mom on my first street bike. It's a 73 CB 750. I think this was an 82. None of the three would have tolerated either old or old lady, but sadly, none of it left to stop me. So as Emma would say, tra-la-la. Love the podcast, love the community, love the philosophy. Steve, this is the great...
It's like the Golden Girls having a great time on a motorcycle.
There is so much joy in this picture, and I suspect Steve's mom sitting on the front of the bike, and she's having a lot of fun with it. It is just a great picture. So thank you for that. That's my absolute favorite. And lovely.
All right, and you had one more, but it's a pretty long one. Do we want to save this, or do you want to get into this? This one...
You know what? I'm going to break it down into 2 halves because there was something about intercoms, and I think we could.
Well, let's.
How are we doing for time?
Yeah, we've only got like 5 minutes.
Now, you know what? Let's save this one till next week.
Yeah, let's save that one.
It's a shame because I do know a tad about intercoms.
I know you do. Oh, I've got a lovely surprise for you as well, Kat. And it's not in my trousers.
Wait, is this the surprise, Emma? Are you going to spread your legs for him? He doesn't know how to.
It's getting steamy in here.
Ooh, do I smell dim sum?
Yes, you do.
I like
with brown gravy. British racing brown.
God, that's all there was in the UK. Was every dish was served with peas and brown gravy.
Gotta love it.
I know. Thank you. Thank you. God. Somebody who recognized my pain everywhere we went. And mushy peas are not better than peas.
No, peas are the best.
No.
Mushy peas are revolting. I'm sorry, people in the north, but garden peas, especially nice fresh garden peas. So many years ago, this is probably, over 30 years ago, Britain Britain had this prime minister who was the fellow in charge called John Major. And he was notorious for not being a very interesting man and not having a great deal of personality. And
You're accusing a British person of this.
yes, and there was a show on at the time called Spitting Image where they do caricatures of people.
Oh, it's
Oh, yeah.
brilliant. It's absolutely
There were
brilliant.
lots of sketches of John Major having peas for his tea. Oh, could I have some more peas, please?
Oh, and Kat, it's been a while since I haven't seen you. Guess where I'm going to go for Christmas?
What?
I'll give you a clue. The
What?
tattoo on my wrist.
I can't see it from here.
It says danger.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I'm going to go to merry old England
Oh, blimey.
to go visit Danger.
Gore blimey,
Danger?
you're a caution.
Haley's daughter, who I gave the middle name Danger
Sure.
to, and got the tattoo on my wrist.
Nice.
I'm going to go to take Haley to get her tattoo
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, lovely.
of Danger.
Are you
But yeah.
staying? Are you staying in the Welsh cottage, or is it?
Oh,
it's not in Wales,
no,
is it?
It is in Wales.
It is in Wales.
Yeah, you know how you know it's in Wales?
There are sheep around.
No, because what did the street say again everywhere?
Oh,
Oh.
jeez. What? How do you say slow down in Welsh?
Yeah, Altif. Altif.
Altif. Yeah.
Altif.
I do remember in Welsh,
Altif.
the public restroom is the toilet dow.
But yeah, all the roads say it says stop and Altif
Yeah.
to let you know.
Okay.
Or Altif. So yeah, no, that I don't think I'm going to go there, but I'm going to go back to England because I had such a good time, and I'm going to go see Haley and visit.
You're going to find it quite
Oh
cold
my
around
God,
Christmas
Dad.
time.
Oh no, I haven't thought of that.
Yeah, you will find it quite chilly.
But the other reason too is because I want to put on a silly hat, pop a cracker, and eat a pie. And that's the place to go.
a mince pie with brandy butter.
There you go. Oh, and eat a roast.
Yes.
I hear those are all the things you must do. Are they going to get offended if I say hold the peas?
Yeah, they will. You've got to eat your peas. And here's the interesting thing, which will be something new. At 3:00, you have to sit in front of the television set because traditionally the Queen would give the Queen's speech at 3, but now, of course, it'll be the King's speech.
Is this the first year he's doing it? Then?
I think so.
Big challenge, big moment for him.
So,
Yes.
So yeah, I'm going to be heading back out. Kat, thank you for coming down and
Yep, nope. Heading off
Catching
to
up.
Portugal at the end of it's literally a week from now. I'm in Portugal to start preparing for the next tour.
God,
Leod
just
Escapes.
beautiful.
LeodEscapes.com. Please sign up for the email list because the new calendar for 2024 is coming out, and I'll have to do a bit of work with Emma and Liza to see what's. Obviously, we are already taking bookings for the tour, for the Dolomites training tour. We have 7 people, and for the Castles and Curves tour, there's already 3 people.
Wow.
Yeah, so, but there's also the possibility of doing Tuscany and maybe the Pyrenees as well for the training tours. Again, same low price. So.
And Z Traveler.
Traveler.com. Follow Z's
Easy to remember.
adventures.
So help support her read her book. You, like I said, you put in the work. This is your baby. This is your book baby.
Yeah, it was a life goal for me, and I'm really excited to have completed
Congratulations, you did it. That's hard. Even we had somebody here today. Like, I have a degree in English. How'd you do that? And I said,
Yeah, he's asking me, and I'm like,
well, and here's
I
the
just
thing
wrote
too.
it
And this is
made
some my advice to any potential writers out there. It doesn't matter how educated you are, as long as you write in your voice.
Right.
And Z does that.
And that
she
takes
writes
practice.
in her voice.
It's not a good degree that's going to give you that. It's practice writing
Just
your story.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's it. So yeah,
Posting on
job with
Facebook
that.
every day. That's a good experience if you're actually using it to better refine the way you would tell a story.
And what better advice for life itself? Live your life in your voice. Don't be anybody else.
Well, and on this week, I'm going to ask for on the emails. What do you think I'm going to ask for?
Oh, God.
Guilty pleasure. Guilty pleasure. I want to know what is your guilty pleasure.
Listen, listeners, you've got homework. There are still some places in the country that have a little good weather left. Go on a fucking ride and tell us about it. That's number 1.
I want to
Number
know,
two,
what is your guilty pleasure
what's
bike?
your guilty pleasure? Number three, keep sending us old lady pictures. They're the greatest.
Oh, we're just asking for it. We're just asking for it. All right. Well, I think that's ready to wrap up.
I think so.
Yep.
Big thanks again to Patreon.
Yes.
All of y'all keep us going. We
Yes.
appreciate it.
Yes.
And yeah, but especially all of our listeners, you guys are great.
Yes.
Keep the emails coming,
Yes.
please. And if you haven't yet, figure out how to get here and come and visit us,
Yes.
or go on a trip with Emma and Kat, or buy Z's book. There we go. I said it all.
There you go.
Wrapping it up. Thank you, everybody, for sticking with us. I appreciate it. Time to get out of here. This is Liza.
Emma, darling.
Z Traveler.
Ride the dream, cat.
Bagel.
And we are out of here.
Cool.
Cool.